How can you, a half-interested child with short attention span, is there a way you can increase that interest without having to put in a lot of effort, without making it appear like a chore or like you're forcing the kid to read? How do you simplify that?
Okay, I'd like to answer that by saying reading starts becoming a chore, and that's what I observed during my life as an educator. It starts becoming a chore when they start reading at school, because that's when parents say, okay, now you can read on your own, right? So one thing is sustain the read aloud times. Even if it's 5 minutes you can take out of a day to read aloud with the child, go ahead and do it. Now, one thing we do at Kutubuku is that we try to engage them with the book, even post-reading. So basically, we have curated a few activities that are based on the book for each specific book. And those are not reading activities. Those are art activities. There's nature hunt activities. Then there is hands-on other activities, origami activities, making a game kind of activities. So I think, and what I've seen in little children is that once you move it to another level, they kind of get engaged with that. And then they associate that with the book, back to the book again. And then it's kind of, works out for them. One scaffolds over the other, and ultimately they love reading, and they're going to be independent readers. That's my take on it.
Also, I think, because like what she said, when in the box they're giving you activities that you can do with the child, it makes your job easier. Because there's so many times when you're rushing through your day. What are you going to think about? We've read, now we have to think of how to extend this attention. But I also feel that once these activities that Riya is talking about, also it helps you understand what is your child's takeaway from that book. And are there any layers that you can kind of add on to? And without it becoming like a lesson, you can actually, through those games and activities, kind of create that. And that also gives you quality time with the child. So if you can, and in our busy lives, even with the screen time, as you said, it's all about a bargaining thing where you're bargaining with the child, you're bargaining with your family time, with your work time. It's a how do you manage that time? And so if you have this box that's been curated, it helps you kind of manage your time into it and say, okay, this is what I keep for thinking time, quality time, creative time. All that kind of comes into this box. Other than that, I also found, because what you said, reluctant reader, short attention span, I think it's with a lot of kids today, and definitely with my son. So if it was reading and that would mean giving up the screen time, then it was always like, oh, I have to share my screen time that I like with the book reading session that my mother wants to do. And then that kind of actually is taking them away from liking books. So that's what I felt where my son was concerned. I felt like I was actually alienating him from books. So what we did was I said, look, I'm going to be busy at this time. The rule is that no screen time while you're eating. You know what? I will relax that rule on certain days, and you can, at this meal when I'm busy, I'll let you get onto the screen while you're eating, which is a big no-no, but that's the bargain. I said, you will do that, and then we do this. So I was looking at the pros and the cons, and I was saying that, okay, this is not the best thing, but you know what? If I can get him to do this by giving him that and not have him hating the books, then I should give that. So it's all about a give and take. We cannot kind of fight the thing that this is the reality. There is screen time. This is the way the world is, and this is what our kids are growing in. Now, we can't say, oh, this shouldn't have been. That's done. It is what it is. So how do we navigate that? So there are certain things that we will also have to let go of, and there are certain ideas that we will have to kind of change our thinking a bit and, kind of move on from there.